Kathleen Bradley, aka Mrs. Parker, and that famous black Barker Beauty from The Price is Right, telling you to make sure you watch the show. Keeping it real with Etheleen. I'm going to be her special guest, and we're going to be talking about the 50th anniversary from The Price is Right and Friday and a bunch of other things. So make sure you tune in. Okay. Hi, I'm Etheleen, and you know what? Welcome to my show. We're going to be keeping it real, but since it's near Halloween, we're going to creep it real. You can't really see that, but we're going to be creeping it real. My special guest today, I'm so excited. This is my girlfriend. We grew up to school together. Back in Ohio, Girard, Ohio. We went to school together, class together, everything. She's a wonderful woman. She's beautiful. And, they used to get me and her mixed up all the time. And none other than the beautiful Kathleen Bradley. Yeah, the one that was Miss Parker on Friday, and also the first black model on The Price is Right. And boy, we're going to talk about The Price is Right today, the 50th anniversary. And no Barker Beauty models was represented on the show. Don't you find that kind of odd? We're going to talk about it because they sure did dog my girl. I don't think that was right. And I'm going to try not to curse today because it's going to be a family show. I'm trying to curse. They did not do my girl any justice. Well, I'm going to have the one sit down interview with my girl, Kathleen Bradley. Don't go away. Stay right there because we're going to get down and dirty and we're going to be keeping it real with Etheleen. Okay, welcome back. Are we rolling? Are we rolling? I'm so sorry. Welcome back. Okay, now, this is Keeping It Real with Etheleen. I got my special person. I just love this girl. She's fabulous. Just fabulous. And we're going to do it one-on-one, and we're going to be creeping it real today. Okay, so I got my little answer sheet here. So, first of all, she was just a wonderful girl in high school. She did many different things. She was the first this, first that, cheerleader, homecoming squad, everything. I was really kind of jealous of the bitch, to tell you the truth. But she was my good friend. Like I said, they used to get us mixed up. I'm Etheleen. That was Kathleen. Kathleen, Etheleen. But we look so much alike. Especially the white folks who's always getting us mixed up. I can understand. Okay, let's get right down and dirty with it now. Kathleen was the first African-American model on The Price is Right from 1990 to 2000. 10 years. 10 years. Now, how you gonna have our 50th anniversary on the television game show The Price is Right and not acknowledge the first black Barker Beauty on that show? How you gonna do that? I think it's outrageous. And all a lot of Kathleen's fans and friends and people been writing in talking about how, where was you, Kathleen? Where was you? We didn't see you, Kathleen. You damn right you didn't see Kathleen. Why? Because Kathleen wasn't on the show. I think for 1 second I saw her. And I'm going to show a few little clips during this interview about that show and a lot of other good things. We got a good show lined up for you now. Don't go nowhere. So, Kathleen, how you doing? What's up, sister girl? Hey, homie, Etheleen, my girl. Yes, we did have a great time in school together. And thank you for having me on your show. Glad to be here. Oh, yeah, we're going to dish the dirt today. Talk a little bit about, the book, of course, and the Price is Right 50th anniversary and being Miss Parker. So I'm ready. I got to say one thing about that show. I love me some Tiffany Haddish. I think she and what's that black boy named? Wayne Brady. I think them was the only two Negroes, black folk, that was giving some kind of feedback about the show. Now, Tiffany, I love you, but what she got to do with The Price is Right? What she got to do with The Price is Right? Okay, that should have been Kathleen. That should have been Kathleen make a statement. That just didn't make no damn sense. But they do what they do. Now, I'm going to ask you this first question. Why do you think you wasn't on the 50th anniversary for The Price is Right? Tell the truth, Ruth. Okay, the $24 million question. Why wasn't I on the 50th anniversary Price is Right show, special 2 hours? Well, mostly political. A lot of it has to do with Bob Barker, and some of it has to do with how, I guess, some of the Barker Beauties were let go or left the show. But it really hurt me. I'm hurt that, we were not asked to be a part of that show, interviewed or anything, or at least have some clips. They had a clip of Holly and Janice appeared in it. I think I saw myself 1 quick second when this guy was picking Bob up after one of the showcases or something. But we were there, yes, like you said. I was there 10 years. How are you not going to at least incorporate or be proud of the first African-American model you brought on the show? Say something about it. Have me say Janice and Holly or whatever, and even some of the staff members and producers and people that were not included that really helped make that show what it is today. All that was just left out, swept under the rug. And as usual, it's always about Bob, but we were there. We did made a significant impact. And I know personally, I always hear a lot of comments from young black girls and how they admired me being on the show all these years, how they aspired to be like me, and I've opened up many doors in that realm for black models and what have you. And it was a shame, that they never asked any of us. Me and Janice, she was there 29 years. How do you not have the model that was there 29 years, at least when it started out in 1972? But that's how they roll, unfortunately. Girl, that's really a shame. They didn't show Diane. Holly came out tripping on shit, as always. Janice was in there a minute. Damn, Janice had been on that show for, 20-some years, and they got rid of her just like she was nothing, swept her right up under the rug. That was a damn shame. And you too, without even any warning. That's a shame. I maybe could understand now why they didn't have Diane on, since she, said there was a sexual harassment thing with her and Bob Barker. But want to talk about that a little bit? Well, the sexual harassment issue with Diane Parkinson and Bob, you know, that's a very touchy situation. And I do mention it in my book, absolutely. So they had a consensual relationship when I got there, and they were very fond of each other. And things just kind of went awry after a while. And one of Barker's, like you said, his lady he was involved with found out. But he did not end that relationship properly. He could have did a better job in ending it. She was a woman scorned. And, you know, it was just unfortunate how it ended and how she ended and well left the show. And the whole case was thrown out because we all knew better. We did depositions on behalf of Bob Barker, trying to save his behind. But little did we know that was going to be a snowball effect and backfire on all of us at some point in time. So who knew? I understand you wrote a book. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that book. Backstage at The Price is Right. Memoirs of a Barker Beauty. You know, I read that book, girl. Ooh, there's some good stuff up in that book. Now that tells the real truth about the show. CBS, the diversity of the show and everything happening going on. There's a lot of good things in there too about your life. And the one thing I really kind of like about the book, it's not a Bob Barker bashing book. Kathleen does not bash Bob Barker. She don't. Some things that was in that book was said, was noted. There's depositions in there. You can go right down to the courthouse, wherever you live, and pull up or go on the internet and pull up them documentations. There have been so many lawsuits against them people's stuff. I'm telling you, it's sinful. A lot of things people didn't want to know. Now, you know they was going to tell that on the 50th anniversary. And just know that. So tell us a little bit more about Kathleen. Oh, yes. The reason why we are here. Ta-da! The book. Backstage at The Price is Right. Memoirs of a Barker Beauty. Yay! I'm so very proud of this book. It was a labor of love. It took some time doing, and I was only really able to write this book or publish it after 4 years after I left the show, but it was some time after that. And it was always on my mind to do it, to write. Writing is so therapeutic, and I really enjoyed writing it. It took a while. I wrote all of it myself. I did have some help from some people when I needed to have it edited, of course, and grammatically done. My husband and I, Terrence, we actually self-published. We did it all by ourselves and put it together. And there's photos, like you said, I know, girl, I know you from school. I know you never like to read, but there's some great photos in here. And I love pictures as well, like you do too, Etheleen. I like photos and pictures and books and stuff. And here's the back. But people, get a copy if you can. It's on my website, KathleenBradley.tv, as well as, I think you said they can get it on Amazon. So order a copy. We're self-published. I would love to take it to a whole nother level. I need your help though. So, it's just really been a blessing. And I like it because it got a lot of nice photos in it. Tell you the truth, I didn't read everything. I really did look at the photos, but I read most of it. Oh, those photos are really nice. I like that. And we're going to show some of them photos during the show when I get ready to do my editing. So, okay, let me make sure I'm just checking my little thing right here. Now, when you was doing your book tour, CBS blackballed you from being on those affiliates, channels, and stations in those cities and towns back in your own hometown of Ohio and different states and everything. They would not even respond to your manager and your book tour manager. Now that's kind of low. You know, everybody else got their own little memoirs out, you know. Even Katie Couric done got one out. She telling on Matt Lowry and everybody. And then what's this girl's name talking about the president's wife, Melania, telling all these secrets. And everybody got their memoir out. Why can't Kathleen tell her truth too? She gonna tell the truth. Ruth, I know the girl. Read this book. It's really good, you know. Kathleen, I'm telling you can go on Amazon and order it, or you go on Kathleen's website. Now, we're going to be running the website address down here, and we're going to be running her Instagram down here. Because I know y'all want to talk about Miss Parker. I know y'all want to talk about dirty, nasty little Miss Parker's ass and cooch. Oh, I mean, off TNA. Oh, y'all some dirty people. I know what y'all be looking at. But that was a wonderful thing. You know, men wanted her, and the women wanted to be her. That is so true. At first, my manager, the agency who was working with me with my book tour, we thought it was kind of odd. We would send out memos and everything to all these different affiliates and stations and channels when I knew I was getting ready to go to different states and do my Barnes & Noble book signing or what have you. We would never, ever hear back from CBS affiliates. Never, never. At first, it didn't dawn on me. Then, we thought, And when I went to Youngstown, one of the ladies who were on one of the other channels, she told us that she heard from her friend that this is what was happening at CBS. Didn't want to have anything to do with the book or anything to help promote it and what have you. I mean, I can kind of understand it to a degree, but, you know, at least give a courtesy call. Like, no, Miss Bradley, we're not going to have your book on the show, and we're not going to promote it. I did hear something like that down the line from Goodson Productions and Fremantle, but it's okay. God is good. The truth comes to the light. So that's what I wrote, my truth, my memoir as I experienced it. And I was very, very particular, meticulous not to say something I could not substantiate or anything that I didn't know firsthand, aside from maybe looking at some of the tabloids and a lot of depositions out there. Like you said, you can go to court and look it up and read it and find out about all the different various lawsuits that went on after I left, okay? I was going to sue for wrongful termination, but I didn't. We came to a settlement with CBS, and the price is right, which was okay. So it was, you know, everything happens for a reason and by divine order. Yes, I was hurt once again and crushed, but life goes on. So you were not only the first black model on The Price is Right, but you was the fourth model added to the show. Is that correct? Well, I say there. And you was the first model to have children, to have kids on the show. You was the first one to have kids. Didn't know Diane, Janet, or Holly. None of them had no children. You had kids. As a matter of fact, one chapter in the book I really did like. Y'all gonna like this chapter. Talk about the kids coming to the show. Because kids used to be able to come to the show, y'all know. Y'all know kids used to be able to come to that show? Mm-hmm. They sat out in the audience. They couldn't play, but the kids could come to the show. Young children. And those kids were sitting out in that audience, and Kathleen's kids was out there. They were sitting in the front, and they wanted people to be all excited and happy and stuff. And them kids and children were sitting out there like this. And everybody out was going, and them children would sit like this. Now, the producers and everybody really, really was pissed off. So they told Kathleen, they sent a memo out to everybody that said, no more children in the audience. And after that, that's a true story because of her children, them little black kids, there ain't no more children allowed in the audience. Ain't that something? Oh, Lord Jesus. Ooh, I guess that makes you another first too, huh? Oh Lord, I don't want to miss nothing now. I got my notes here. Okay. So we're gonna talk a little bit now. I think we finished talking about the book. Tell me about how you got the job to be Miss Parker in the hit movie Friday. Boy, how was that Ice Cube and Chris Tucker? Okay, how did I become Miss Parker? What happened with that? Yes, actually, thanks to The Price is Right. I was on The Price is Right. And Ice Cube, everybody and their mama and sister and brother and aunties and college students watched The Price is Right. Like, who didn't watch The Price is Right, right? And he saw me on the show and he said, and put in I guess my agent, the people, his production people, casting, found me through my agent. He said, I want that black lady on The Price is Right to play the part of Miss Parker. I think he only had maybe 2 other actresses in mind to, just in case I couldn't do it. But I went in and I just did it. I claimed it. I owned it. And needless to say, the rest is history about me getting the part of Mrs. Parker. And nobody ever really thought or knew that it would blow up to be the phenomena that it is today, the cult classic, with so many other artists and actors and actresses becoming very famous and well known. F. Gary Gray, the director, of course, Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, Tiny, bless his heart, rest his soul. You know, we just really have lost quite a few of the cast members. Anyway, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to try to keep this show short and sweet. Well, you've said pretty much everything I think that needs to be said, as always, Miss Etheleen. So I don't want to make a lot of long statements, and you're doing such a great job. Like you said, we want to keep this short and sweet to the point so our audience will know the truth about what's happening and make sure they know The Price is Right and what's not right is wrong. But buy the book. Get the book. Buy it today. I want to thank all y'all out there. And if we miss something, we're going to do it again. You go on this YouTube, I'm going to put this on Kathleen Bradley YouTube channel so everybody can see it. And I want all y'all to write in and see what you thought about The Price is Right 50th anniversary. And it had none of the other models on there. The ones who made the show famous, they set the precedence for that show. Doing all the hand things and new car and everything, and swimsuits, bikinis, bathing suits and everything. And they ain't even had ne'er one on to talk, to say something about what they thought about their days on The Price is Right when it started. As it was, in case y'all didn't know, it took them 17 years. I said, 17 years just to put a black woman on The Price is Right. But then that's another story. Anyway, I got to go. I thank y'all for coming and looking at this, but put in those little comments up in there. And we just gonna be doing okay. Kathleen, girl, you wanna go have a drink? Let's go out and have a drink. Ooh. Let's go.